St Kilda at home to Essendon in a windy day down here at Moorrabin. 28 degrees. The players will know they've been playing. The bounce by umpire James, knocked away by Keenan. Comes out here towards Cunningham. A good piece of football there by Robbins. And the ball is a free kick. The umpire said pay up. He didn't even kick it. How could he give the free kick? It's a hand pass. Nevertheless, it's going to Ian Marsh. Marsh kicks it down towards the full forward position and into the breeze. And I value this breeze that St Kilda are kicking with at least 3 goals advantage. And Essendon, within 1 minute of play, have snuck in for a chance to have the first score of the game. And Ivan Marsh, who took that lucky free kick in my book, has got the ball to Donnell. Now, Donnell is no more than 15 or 20 metres out, straight in front. I'd really like to know how the umpire paid that free kick up the field when it was handball. Donnell walks in, the umpire goes across, but I don't think it is through, and is one behind only to Essendon within a minute of the start of the game. Beautiful kick out by Colling at St Kilda, right to the centre of the ground. There's a chance for Keenan. On his hammer is Saru, but it's kicked off the ground by Russell Muir. And we must remember we've got 2 Muirs. We've got Robert Muir for St Kilda and Russell Muir for Essendon. A throw in on the half-forward flank for St Kilda, taken away by the brilliant and effervescent Carman. Kicks it up towards centre half-forward. It's a mark to St Kilda. Jezza.
On the half-back line, Ian, named at full forward. He kicks in towards the centre of the ground. Bounces badly for Sidebottom, and now the Bombers in with the chance. Hurd, a bad fumble. Oh, Duper-Oozle meets him solidly. Well done, Duper. Out wide for St Kilda to Burns. Got the fumbles, a boot flies loose. Not attached to a foot at that particular time. And umpire James finds a free kick. Going to Andrews on the half-back flank for the Bombers after a fairly torrid passage of play. That won't worry Ron Andrews too much. Little short one. It's dangerous. Barker going for the spoil. Couldn't do so. Neil Danaher to Watson's. Good play for Essendon. Longer kick to half forward. Looking for Robbins. Bit slow. Now Bennett. Out wide, but a free kick going St Kilda's way to be taken by Dunn. Rightly so. He was held when not in possession. And Dunn on the half-back line for the Saints takes the free.
There's got to be a 15-metre penalty in this as the Essendon player knocked it up. Jeff Dunn plays on, finds his team out in the wing, and that was in the person of Russell Green. Drives it down towards the half-forward line. Is it a mark? The umpire said yes. Chris Stone, is it not? Let's see, yes, he's wearing glasses, so it's Stone, a very promising player for St Kilda. Drives it right up into the goal square, but it's all Essendon. Oh.
Folds back into play for Essendon to Carman, and fabulous Phil does it easily and plays on very cleverly, kicks into the breeze to the wind. You can see it holding up a little. Madden pushed, and umpire James right on the ball. Pays the free kick. No, is it going the other way? A little bit confused by that. I don't know whether the players were as well.
I thought it was to Kellett at St Kilda before the Madden incident.
There's the kick. Kellett takes it. Long spiral punt. Still being used occasionally. Almost a good mark to Keenan. Not paid. Scrambly play. Now here's the chance for St Kilda. Roberts, the left footer. Offline. Second behind to the Saints. And they lead by 1 point from Essendon, who have one behind after 4 minutes of play.
Waiting on the full-back for Essendon. Looks like Gary Foles. His kick is well out wide to the flank. Looking for Keenan. He's in front of the pack. Bounces over the pack. A chance for Duper-Oozle. Coming in to help him there is Russell Green. He's brought to the ground. The umpire says play on. Essendon are out of trouble. They're getting away with good shepherding. They get it right out here towards that half-forward line. It was picked up there by Nagel. A chance for St Kilda to get out of trouble. Good piece of handball here. Comes out here towards Jeff Dunn again. His kick comes out to Duper-Oozle. A long hand pass. Beautiful football. Comes back to Kellett. St Kilda into attack. A good kick by Kellett. That's the football to use. Over the head of the pack. And it's a free kick to go Essendon's way. Comes out here towards the half-back line. Coles it, gets it, kicks it wide towards the wing. Looks for and finds Hurd. Shane Hurd sends it back to the half-forward flank, chipping in to mark the ball for Essendon, but he messed it up. And that was Bennett coming out here towards Bromberg. but chipping in once more is Bowles. He's all over the ground. Gets it out here to Carman. It's over the line. They've been playing for the best part of 6 minutes.
And Robert Muir turned gentleman last week, just nudging Phil Carman into the fence, or into the players' race. Throw in, true centre wing position, Keenan front position, or Andrews rather, against Saru. Now the chance is there for Burns for St Kilda, dummied nicely, works his way out of trouble well to half forward. Bad bounce for Keenan. Muir thumping it out towards the boundary. Now the chance on for Herbert, who hooks it cleverly for a big man, and the mark taken for St Kilda by Stone in the forward pocket, and he can line them up from a difficult angle. 20 metres out, but with those glasses perhaps he gets a better look at the sticks. They look almost like divers goggles. I've heard of players being accused of wearing divers boots. They've been so slow. Short passes, great play, Duperouzle. 15 metres out, and the angle much less severe now. There you can see it, and Duperouzle should be able to kick the first goal of the match from there at the 7-minute mark of the first term.
They need this, Tim. They need this badly.
Looks good. St Kilda 1-2-8. Essendon 1 behind after 7 minutes in the first term. The Saints kicking with about a 3-goal win.
Umpire Glenn James starts proceedings as we are 7 minutes into the first quarter with 8 points to St Kilda, 1 to Essendon. Scrambly bit of play. Coming out with the ball was a St Kilda player. He's going to be, that was Russell Green, through the ball, picked up by Bennett. Bennett now kicks it wide to the flank, looking for Stephen Robbins. Jezelenko, right in the centre of the ground, shafted off him, and a 15-metre penalty. Now Jezza, show the team what to do. He has. It's right down towards the full forward position. Over the head of the pack almost. Coming in to pick it up as Barker. A snap. Goal!
Goal umpire and field umpire conferring and agreeing that the ball wasn't touched. Full points to the Saints, who lead by 13 points now after 8 minutes. Trevor Barker playing game number 98 for the Saints today.
St Kilda 2 goals, 2. Essendon 1 goal. Another bounce in the centre. Keenan winning well. Gets it out here towards Marsh. He's caught with it. The umpire said you held the ball. You ducked your head. Free kick against you for holding the ball. Will be taken by Burns. Great player last week against Richmond. Yes, they're using the wind well. Right down towards the full court position. Duperouzle couldn't get his kick in time. Took too long.
Free kick to Essendon.
Yeah, good decision.
So he was desperately trying to get it out to a player in a better position, but wasn't quite able to work the hand pass out. Put under plenty of pressure then by a desperate Essendon defence. Hawker it is for Essendon out to half back over the boundary line, and a throw in coming up. St Kilda applying plenty of pressure now, and the ball's in their attacking half, but on the defensive side. Mighty thump by Keenan into the crowd. Good play by the big fellow though, with Essendon the job in front of them to hold St Kilda out as the Saints use the wind in the first quarter.
Roberts gets the ball out here. It's taken away by Essendon in the person of Hawker. It comes back here towards the Marsh. Marsh gets it out to Day. Day up towards Simon Madden. He knocks it out beautifully to a teammate. It looks like Nagel. Nagel up towards the full forward position. Dunnell couldn't mark it. And we see another chance for the Essendon player. And I still think it's Nagel. Back towards the full forward position. With a chance for Robert Muir. In the back. Free kick to Robert Muir.
Muir and Keenan tangling again. Well, this time it's Dunn involved with Keenan, but two of football's notorious characters, and they've mixed plenty in this first term. Now the Saints getting out of trouble with ease as it's worked to Kellett. He goes long to the centre. Andrews from behind. Now Barker. He's well tackled though. Now he gets it out wide to Cunningham. Throw it away. He'll be penalised. Good decision from umpire Morgan. Essendon free kick. Comes to Neil Danaher from Hurd. Up to half forward. Day front position. Oh, but beautifully taken at the back by Kellett, who's been a good player for St Kilda in this first term. Poor kick though. Duperouzle in front. At the back, easily taken by Folds. Just backward of centre field. In towards half forward. Keenan there. Rather Carman. Free kick. No, he's penalised. And Muir again.
Yeah.
To the delight of the St Kilda crowd, takes another free kick.
Well, Muir against Carman, that'll set the world on fire, and a great mark for St Kilda. Chance for Russell Greene, drives for goal, the advantage of the breeze, bounces and misses.
Put back into play by Merritt. He goes out wide to Hawker for Essendon. Bombers using the short game at the moment into the wind. Hawker's kick. Did it remain inside before bouncing? In fact, I think a free kick is being relayed to Essendon to be taken by Nagel. Hawker downed after disposing of the ball. That ball really holding up in the wind. Madden up high, but didn't judge that one at all well. Not pretty football at the moment. Now the chance is on for Green. Nice handball to Sartori. Up to half forward, but no one at home for the Saints. Bounced inside the line, then over. So a throw in on St Kilda's left half forward flank. And the wind blowing towards that flank, favouring the end to which St Kilda are kicking, but it makes goals pretty difficult to score from that pocket. Now Bennett. Duperouzal with the chance, overran it badly. Not enough desperation there. Nagel, good hand pass, but straight to O'Day. Good dummy by the veteran defender for the Saints to half forward. Now Sartori, big left foot up, just offline. And one behind to St Kilda, who go to 2-4-16. Essendon one behind, and that's at the 13-minute mark.
Well, St Kilda are using the breeze. They're making every kick count, but they're not accurate enough. Hurd of Essendon. Play on, says the umpire. Hurd dummies beautifully, gets away, hand passes across to Keenan. That's Neil Danaher. Comes across here towards a teammate in Foles, up towards centre half forward. Carman and Muir again. Chance for Essendon. Donnell. Muir is with him. Knocks it out to teammate. Jezza's there, thumped in the back. And the umpire says a free kick to Jezzalenko. Well, I think that was pretty obvious. Jezza, short passes across to Jeff Saru. There are three St Kilda players. Kick it, they all say, because they know they've got the breeze. Down towards the half-forward line, a chance for Barker. Steadies, gets his kick, and it's a good one. Down towards the full-forward position. Now it's up to the St Kilda players, but Essendon are there. Caught with the ball, play on, says the umpire. Beautifully taken away by Russell Muir of Essendon. Gets it out to Nagel for Essendon. Up towards the half-forward line, he's found Robbins up towards centre half-forward position, and the ball thumped away by O'Day, and the chance for Dunn. Gives a hand pass across to Duperouzal. Duperouzal back to Saru. Saru over towards Burns, marks it beautifully in the centre position, but they took a long time to get nowhere. It's down towards centre half-forward, and it's a mark from Michael Roberts. Well within kicking distance.
Crackers doesn't look too happy about it, and indeed, may he not. He's disgusted. He stood in front, expecting his teammate to come from behind and go the thump. Roberts 35 metres out directly in front. That's a good-looking kick. Just offline.
Oh, they're bad misses, Tim. That is bad football with an enormous breeze behind them, which must be worth 3 or 4 goals. They have kicked 2 goals, 5 behinds, which is a total of 17 points to the 1 point. There's a kick out by Merritt again, and a mark to Saru. Play on, says the umpire. Picked up by Duperouzal. A goal this time!
Saints starting well at Moorrabin. Keenan versus Saru. Keenan gets a good bounce, but muffed it badly. Watson working hard inside for Essendon, but eventually cutting him out to Burns for St Kilda's good play. Chances on for Herbert, couldn't quite cover the ground to take the mark. So a throw in St Kilda's left forward pocket. Not far around from the behind post. Packed house at Moorrabin. St Kilda under Jezzalenko really generating some enthusiasm both on and off the field. Keenan working it down nicely. Andrews knocks it on. Now the chance for Bromberg, was it for St Kilda? Stone it was. Ball still in play. Now the chance. Sartori snapping a goal for St Kilda. It's a great attempt. He's put it through.
Oh, what a goal.
What a magnificent goal by Sartori. Hemmed in on the left boot in the forward pocket. Wouldn't have had time to look at the sticks, but somehow found the big opening And St Kilda lead by 28 points after 16 minutes.
And good play by Michael Roberts, who gave the hand pass to him, although he was on his wrong foot. Well, you saw what Satori did with it. He threaded the eye of that needle, and now St Kilda are starting to use this breeze. There's the bounce. Umpire James, we're halfway through this quarter. St Kilda lead 4-5-1 behind. Comes out to Robert Muir. The umpire says play on, trying to get away with it as Bromberg comes out here. The Jezelenko, he won't waste it. Kicks it down to half forward. Over the head of it goes. A chance now for St Kilda. Stone. Slip at the bad time. Bad hand pass by Andrews. Comes to Satori. Out towards the half-forward line. A chance for Merritt. Thumps the ball well out towards the boundary line. Barker is there. Beautifully sidestepped, but the ball comes out once more towards, this time it looks Hawker. Hawker gets it out here towards Hurd. Up towards the centre half-forward position. Two Essendon players. Robbins has got it. Plays on beautifully. His pass is beautiful football. Finds Day, and Day is on the half-forward flank. His kick is touched. It'll be play on. Duperousel comes out to Robbins. Thump. Bennett. Day. Carman.
Now Bennett diving in after it for Essendon. Eventually umpire James says give it to me, and we'll see a ball up centre half forward for the Bombers, who need a goal. Kicking against the wind and struggling. Madden to Carman. Good play by Carman. Donnell. Now Day. Will it bounce? No. Out of behind to Essendon. They looked dangerous then, but couldn't quite cap it off, and credit to the St Kilda defence for keeping the pressure on. So 29 plays 2. 18.5 minutes gone in the first term, and Jezelenko to kick it back into play long down the middle. It's the name of the game for St Kilda with the wind. It beat the pack. Now Andrews, can he pick it up? Good bounce for him. Poor kick. And it's all St Kilda as Saru takes the mark at half back, and the Bombers are looking rattled. Bromberg backs up nicely as Saru got himself into trouble. Barker keeps it in. Well done, Barker. Looking for Sidebottom, but too far for him. And Andrews, almost a good mark. Paid. Bit lucky. Andrews up towards centre wing. Kicks over the wing, but it's all St Kilda here. And the easy mark taken by Bromberg. He's felled. Now Bromberg between half-back and centre wing to put St Kilda into attack. Going long to half-forward. Couple of Bomber defenders up going the spoil. Roberts, lovely handball to Sidebottom. Who can line them up? Well offline though by the big St Kilda skipper. They're behind the result. And St Kilda 4-6-30 leads Essendon 2 behinds after 20 minutes of play in the first quarter.
I don't think this is good enough by the St Kilda side yet. This breeze is very strong. There's the kick by the Essendon fullback wide to the flank, and it hasn't been touched. It's got to be a penalty free kick. It will go to Stone of St Kilda. Should put it right up into the scoring zone. This is his 4th kick. There's his kick. Short to the pocket. Saru. Mr. Sitter thumps it back. Here's the chance. But I think
ball out of bounds,
yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Would certainly have been a free kick to Sidebottom had it still been in play, but it had gone over the boundary line beforehand.
He might also have won Academy Award for it, and I think the umpire was onto him. The ball's taken away by Folds for Essendon. Kicks it up towards the centre wing position, wide out in the flank. Chance for St Kilda again. Bromberg gets it back to centre half forward, and I think it's a mark to Essendon, or a free kick to Essendon. He had the mark anyway. Neil Danaher at centre half back. Plays on, drives it wide to the outer side of the ground, and that'll go over the boundary line on the full. Good play there by Russell Green. I thought he tried to mark it. He decided against it, because if he had touched it, it would have been a throw-in. As it is, he's got the penalty free kick. Drives it back to centre half forward. Keenan, Sidebottom. Nobody can pick it up. It's Essendon taking it away through the agency there of Hurd, and he gets it up towards the half forward line. It looks like Nagel, Day. It's a mark, and this fella doing very well. Callett for St Kilda at centre half back, drives it to the centre of the ground. He's had 5 kicks. The Sidebottom, Andrews is there. No mark. Play on. Comes out here towards Satori. Satori's kick is down towards the full forward position at the back. He couldn't quite mark it. Now he's got it, and that is Saru. Gives a hand pass across the Stone. He's You wouldn't believe it.
Well, they've kicked 4-7. That's certainly the worst miss so far. Unforgivable mistake by Stone. Now Folds allowed to play on. Bad mistake again by the St Kilda forwards. Good play, Folds, going nice and wide. Defensive kick, Carman over the boundary line. No harm for Essendon. Well into the first term, 23 minutes gone, and they'll be hoping to hold St Kilda goalless for the next 6 or 7 minutes until siren time. Oh, nudge there, I thought. Andrews not given the free kick, though. Marsh battling for it. Had a quiet first turn. That was a neat sidestep. Oh, he's in trouble now. Gets it nicely out to Hawker, though, and that was well done by Marsh. Hawker to half forward, looks for Watson. Oh, Watson and Day almost collided. Watson wants to play on. Now it is play on. He gets around done well. Into full forward. Jezelenko captaining this St Kilda defence to a T. And judged it perfectly then. Looks for Bromberg. 3 St Kilda players there. Bromberg misses an easy mark. On now to Burns, to Roberts. Good play by the Saints. Bursting through the centre is Michael Roberts. Up to full forward. Beats the pack. I think it was touched. And it just goes on the left side of the behind post. The goal post, rather. So the Saints are 4-8, 32. Essendon 2 behinds. Approaching the 24-minute mark.
Kick out by the Essendon fullback, looking for Keenan. He's in front of the pack. Play on, says the umpire. Danaher gets the ball across, but Russell Green chips in front of Nagel, but Nagel's pace gets him out of trouble. Nagel gets his kick under great pressure, but Jez is there. Knocks the ball in front of him, but it comes out to Robbins. Robbins up towards the forward line. I think you'll find it's over the boundary line on the full. Penalty free kick will be taken by St Kilda in the person of Gary Colling, the former captain of the side. There's his kick down towards the centre wing. Out here, Satori couldn't grab it. Hawker was there, took it across the line, a throw in. On the, maybe the half-back line would be a better place for St Kilda than the centre. And we're looking for the throw-in contest between Herbert and Keenan. Comes out to Ian Marsh. Marsh gets his kick back towards the centre of the ground. There's a chance, 3 Essendon players. Hurd is the one that grabs it. Runs away from his opponent, short passes it across, but young Roberts is there, and Roberts is battling on, gets the ball to Jezza. Jezza gets it out across to Satori. St Kilda into attack again, down towards centre half forward from the back. Saru knocks the ball out here, taken away by Essendon, goes out towards Hawker. Also Russell Green and Nagel in the throw, comes out to Russell Green, he's caught with it. He tries to get rid of it. The umpire said it's a holding the ball decision. Will be taken by Hawker. He's got a bit of pace, this lad. This is his 5th kick, playing very well. 24 minutes gone. Essendon kicked 2 solitary behinds. 2 St Kilda's 4 goals, 8. Throw in on the centre wing.
Moving it at time on in the first term. St Kilda leading by 5 goals, 30 points. And the wind probably not much stronger than that. And the Bombers keeping the ball on the defensive side of the boundary line. Keenan in ruck versus Herbert. Beautifully done by Keenan. What a magnificent knock that was to Marsh, but he was under pressure. Day diving on top of an opponent will be penalised, and the free kick goes St Kilda's way to be taken by Kellett. Centre wing looks to ram it in towards centre half forward to Sidebottom. Andrews going the spoil, did it well. Cunningham diving after it for St Kilda, was legged, rules umpire Morgan. And between centre and centre half forward, Cunningham putting St Kilda deep into attack. There's the big one, Saru under it for the Saints. He's got it, no, almost. Now he's got it, lost it again. Still Saru, oh, pushed in the back. No, play on rules the umpire. I'll get one right eventually. Ball up. Umpire Morgan to bounce it only about 25 metres out from St Kilda's goal front. Saru doing the ruck work against Keenan. Gets it down, but Neil Danaher roves the pack nicely. Can go for a run here. Hurd can make position for the hand pass, but he goes long. Jezelenko front position against Robbins. Taken away from Jezelenko. Now O'Day diving after it. Kicked on by Madden. Not in danger as the ruling. Oh, Watson, what a good mark. Looking to play on, but no one to give it to. Now in towards centre half forward, looking for Hurd. got a couple of players bearing down. He was held, pushed. Rules umpire James. And Hurd, too far out into the wind, to full forward. Essendon mark, Carman. 15 metres out directly in front. They had a big chance for Carman to kick Essendon's first goal and reduce the margin to 24 points.
This is Carman's second mark, and as Tim said, 15 metres out straight in front. He hasn't missed. Goal to Carman, and a valuable one against this very strong breeze down at Moorrabin. St Kilda, 1 goal, 2 behinds, a total of 8 points. St Kilda, 4 goals, 8 behinds, a total of 32. I still feel, Tim, that St Kilda's score of 4 goals, 8 is not good enough. If it had been 6 or 7 goals, yes, but 4-8's not good enough. 27 minutes gone, first quarter, nearly 28 minutes, 32 points to 8 in favour of St Kilda. We see Nagel get the ball. St Kilda in a little bit of trouble at the moment. His ball comes up towards the half-forward line. O'Day will need to get them out of trouble. Oh, over the head, a free kick to O'Day. Plays on quickly, gets his kick out to Muir of St Kilda. He's got the ball, he's had a bounce, he's had another one. That's quarter-time siren with St Kilda. 4 goals, 8, 32. Essendon, 1 goal, 2, 8. Essendon have the use of what I consider as a 4-goal breeze and a penalty free kick against St Kilda. Bad piece of play by the St Kilda defence. Keenan will take the free kick. Kicks it right down towards centre half forward. Over the head of the pack. Chance for Madden. And he had 1 kick in the first quarter to Bennett. Bennett's kick is smothered. Knocked away. A chance now for Robbins. His kick is smothered out to Carman. And the umpire said he was grabbed by the leg. Free kick to Carman. 20 metres in front of goal. Straight in front. This is Carman's 3rd kick for the game. He's already kicked the goal, the only goal that St Kilda have kicked, that Essendon have kicked, I'm sorry. And it looks as though he might have kicked across the points. He has. He went across a little bit, and it's another behind. And that's a bad miss. Footballers of his ability should not miss those sitters.
The great full forwards wouldn't have liked the way he kicked that one at goal. He just tried to steer it through and drop it 5 metres behind the goal line, I think, rather than ramming it home into the grandstand.
It was a cream puff kick, really, wasn't it?
Ball taking a bit of time to return, but now Gary Colling with it. Essendon trailing by 23 points. Colling straight down the middle. Don't know whether that's wise into the wind. Oh, good attempt by Stoneham. No mark. Now Bromberg. Just enough pace, but he was a little late getting the kick. Danaher goes wide to half forward. Robbins with the chance now for Essendon. He always kicks the ball well. Spears it in towards full forward, but, well, the minute you say it, they let you down, and he kicks out on the full. The free kick to be taken by Dunn for St Kilda. Last line of defence for the Saints. High kick into the wind. Danaher with the chance at the back. Nice dummy. Into centre half forward. Robert Muir now for St Kilda. To O'Day. And eventually over for another throw-in.
Bad play by St Kilda defence. That handball of Robert Muir to 2 St Kilda players wasn't well delivered. And instead of a good long kick into this breeze to get them out of trouble, we find that Essendon are still in 40 or 50 metres of their goal. This gives them a chance if they can get away with it from this pack. It's on the half-forward line. Umpire James bounces it. There's a chance for Dunn again. His ball comes out to Michael Roberts, playing well for St Kilda, but there's a chance, as we said, the ball come down here towards the half-forward line. That was Michael Sheldon for Essendon. Caught with the ball is Robbins. He's got away with it, kicks it back. It's a chance, and Simon Madden has grabbed it on the 2nd attempt. Hit him on the chest. Would have splashed all over him had he been an egg. But he grabbed it on the 2nd attempt. And that was his first mark for the game, incidentally. No doubt the Essendon skipper, the bearded one, right in front. He didn't mess around with it. He drove it through the centre of those goals.
Three minutes gone, second quarter. Umpire Morgan bouncing. Keenan opposed to Saru. Keenan has done pretty well in the ruck. He won then. Cunningham gets it on to Barker. To Roberts, who's in a lot of trouble, but gets it back to Cunningham. Out wide to Bromberg. A bad fumble. He's still got time to steady. Bad kick, though, by Bromberg, and players having great difficulty kicking the ball into the wind. Still, the Saints have it up there. It's in their right forward pocket, right beside the behind post. And couldn't be in much better position when it comes to trying to get a score on the board. Herbert versus Keenan. Keenan from behind, taken away nicely by Danaher. Scrambles the kick out to the half-back line, and we'll see another throw-in.
40 metres away from the St Kilda goal. Early in the second quarter, Keenan against Herbert. Keenan wins it easily, comes to Tim Watson. His kick goes high in the air, down towards the centre of the ground. Simon Madden over the pack, a chance for Sidebottom, been unsided so far. Kicks it up towards the half-forward line, but it's all Essendon. But they're fiddling around with it. Satori. Herbert, oh, and he dropped it, but he kept it in play. Should never have missed that mark. What a shocking miss. Now it's only 20 metres away from the St Kilda goal. Young Herbert, you just saw him there, number 20. This time beaten by Keenan, but he knocked it away from him. There's a chance now. No, it's all Essendon. Timmy Watson gets the ball across here towards Foles. He'll thump it on beautifully across here towards Hurd. Hurd is caught with it. Lucky to get away with that. Back to Watson, caught with it again. Oh, gee whiz, umpire James is making St Kilda earn their free kicks. Burns has got it. Burns kicks it back towards the centre half forward position. Hawker has it for Essendon. Gets his kick. Down here towards another Essendon player, Carman. Beautifully dodged two opponents. One bounce, centre half forward. Simon Madden. Done. Beautiful hand pass to Kellett. Kellett, the centre half forward. Jezelenko, play on, says the umpire. Kicked off the carpet. Duperuzal gets a hand pass to Jezza. Oh, he's going to pull it out. That is a shocking umpiring decision. Absolutely terrible. His teammate had the ball and he is definitely given a free kick which should not have been given because his teammate had possession of the ball. Keenan has the ball at centre half back, gives a hand pass across here to Danaher. Danaher down towards the centre wing position. O'Day is there, chance for Nagel for Essendon, comes out towards Bromberg. Free kick to Bromberg, he's on the centre wing position and Keenan stood all over him, not Keenan, but Carman. Six kicks to Bromberg, up the centre half forward. Keenan sets in stealth. Knocked away. Hawker has it. Play on, says the umpire. Jezza gives it across towards a teammate in Duperuzal, and the umpire says he will ball it up.
Centre half forward for St Kilda. The Saints leading by 17 points. Herbert nicely gets it down. Folds, though, against his opposite, number 10, Roberts. Good pressure by Roberts. Duperuzal, well done, clever play, but eventually Blind turned into trouble. High tackle low. Rules umpire James. Duperuzal out in the right forward pocket. Don't think he could score from there, kicking into the wind. That can put the ball into a scoring position. Oh, high into the air, wobbling about all over the place. Herbert! Now a scoring chance for the Saints. Great desperate lunge then by Herbert, obviously keen to atone for that bad error a couple of minutes ago when he spilled a chest mark right in front. He's 35 metres out, perhaps 40 from where he'll kick the ball. And this is an important kick for St Kilda. Goals at a premium into the wind. Low kick into the wind, looks pretty good. It's home for the Saints. Dean Herbert, 5 last week, kicks his first. The 8-minute mark of the second quarter. St Kilda lead by 23 points once again.
Trevor Barker going off the field for St Kilda, and coming on is Gary McDonald. Tussle of players, and umpire James will ball it up. I hope Barker is okay. He ran off as though he was okay, just might be going to have a rest for a little while. And we see James bounce the ball almost into centre position. Keenan knocks it away, knocked away further by Kellett. Jezza, good play. St Kilda's Russell Green gets it up towards the half-forward line, and a great mark from Bromberg. Took it out of his opponent's hands, drives it up to the forward pocket, and it should be a mark to Satori. Well, it all started from the master himself, Jezza. Beautiful hand pole. Came out to Russell Green, who got it up towards Bromberg, who stole it from his opponent. Now we see Satori with a chance to get another goal, and what a good one this would be if he could kick it into the breeze. This is his 8th kick for the game. Drives it. Oh, it looks good. Looks good.
Satori second, St Kilda's 6th. And after nearly 10 minutes of play in the second quarter, the Saints, kicking against the wind, have outscored Essendon. They've kicked 2 straight goals, and the Bombers have mustered 1 goal, 1. So the best part of 10 minutes gone now in the second term. St Kilda 6-8-44, Essendon 2-3-15. Saru versus Keenan. Honours shared there, but Saru roves well. Good battling play by Jeff Saru up to half forward. Green missing it. Bromberg fighting for it. He's been a real desperate for St Kilda, and they've had many of them. Umpire James will bounce up towards St Kilda's half-forward line. And I think the desperation factor has been the big difference. The Saints are playing like caged lions. Saru nicely with the left hand to Bromberg. Back to Saru. Into full forward. Herbert trying to get under it, but it's an Essendon mark. Folds. And just as well for the Bombers. Goes wide to Hawker, who's got plenty of room in which to move here. One bounce. Oh, great smother then for St Kilda by McDonald, who's just on the field. Robertson folds. Folds, who's been probably Essendon's best player, does it well yet again in defence.
Yes, this is his 10th kick, Tim.
From the back pocket. Good even kick, always kicks long distances. Robbins right underneath that one, knocked on by O'Day. Now Bennett, well tackled by McDonald. Good play by this fellow McDonald, who only came onto the field a couple of minutes ago and has done a couple of useful things in the space of about 60 seconds. Now the Bombers, though, with the chance. Danaher went through very strongly, but wasn't able to do anything constructive to top it up. And a ball up now between the centre and half-forward lines for St Kilda.
You used a word a few moments ago, Tim, desperation. I think St Kilda got a little bit more than Essendon at the moment, and some of their younger players who I didn't think had it have got it. Satori gets it wide out towards Duperuzal. He's had 2 bounces, well shepherded for by Bromberg. Drives it up towards the full forward position, bounces away, but it should suit the Essendon players. Hawker is there, and Merritt was there to help him, and also Russell Muir, but the ball's tapped across the line and a throw in. The same umpire, I might add, has said a throw in last Tuesday night, gave a free kick against a visiting West South Australian for knocking the ball out of bounds. Burns on his own. Gives a hand pass across the Sidebottom. He'll run into trouble. Gives it across here towards Russell Green. Drives it to the forward pocket. Duperuzal is there, and so is Folds, but the ball eludes them both. A throw in 25 metres away from the St Kilda goal, who are playing well. They are 6 goals 8 to Essendon 2 goals 3. 12 minutes gone, second quarter.
Keenan to Danaher. Now on to Hurd, was it? Giving it to Marsh. Marsh out wide, back to Hurd, but they're not doing it terribly methodically. Hurd over centre wing, no one to kick to. O'Day should be first to it, or Saru. O'Day can shepherd. Saru looking for O'Day with the hand pass, which was a bad one. Now it's St Kilda, though, breaking away. Sidebottom, up to centre wing to Cunningham. Oh, thought about playing on, now does so to Jesselenko. You'll have to be quick, Jezza, but he usually is. In towards the forward pocket. Bromberg up, but Muir outmanoeuvred him nicely. Backed up by Folds to half-back. Front position, Hurd. Roberts taking front position, but Hurd did it well onto Nagel. This looks better for the Bombers, who haven't done much attacking. Looking for Robbins over his head. Who's first to it? Watson. Interesting for Essendon. Very interesting. The Bombers' 3rd goal. And the margin back to 23 points at the 14-minute mark.
What a great goal by Tim Watson. Beautifully judged it. He was in full flight. And he just socketed it across off his foot. Bounced through. Great goal by Tim Watson. 14 minutes gone. Second quarter. Keenan down towards centre half forward. Robbins is there. So is Jimmy O'Day. Day back to the centre wing. A chance for Essendon. A mark to Essendon's, it looks like Nagel. Kicks it wide to the half forward flank. A chance for Timmy Watson, but he couldn't grab it. Muir is there for St Kilda. Gives a hand pass, which is bad hand pass. And Russell Dunn is there, caught with it. The umpire says play on. Carman has got it, gives it across to Watson. He circles around, gets his left foot, tries to get it to it. Muir gives it across to Dunn. Backing him up there is Jimmy O'Day. Jimmy O'Day gives it across to Burns. They're fiddling around with hand pass. Comes out here towards Cunningham. He'll give it back probably if he can get it. Gives it back to Burns. Kicks it wide out here towards McDonald. Danaher is there with him. McDonald played the ball in front of him. Could have well received a free kick, but he didn't. Good defence by St Kilda. Kept Essendon out on this occasion. 15 minutes gone, second quarter. 44 points to 21. St Kilda in front.
15 minutes gone in the second term, and the Bombers will have to get a move on with the wind. Trying to work it out of the pack, and eventually they do work it clear. Beyond the centre of the ground. Well, once again, they're just not working together. Chances on for Sheldon. Plenty of weight being thrown around there, and umpire James steps in and will ball it up. Only about 10 metres from the centre circle. Keenan in ruck for Essendon, opposed to Saru, who wins nicely. Carman shark well. Gives it to Hurd. Big booming kick from Hurd. Day under it for Essendon. Front position, oh, but completely outpointed at the back by Kellett, who plays on. He's been a good player for St Kilda in defence. As to half-back, looking or almost finding Carman by accident. Now Bromberg puts St Kilda into attack again, and they've done more than their share of attacking against the wind. Ball push in the back there. Essendon free kick to be taken by Folds at half-back.
Coles kicked their centre half forward over the head of the pack. Simon Madden gives a hand pass straight to Bennett into the open goal. Bang it goes. It's there.
Now 17 and a half minutes gone, and 44 plays 27. Umpire Morgan. Keenan versus Saru, and Saru starting to do pretty well in the ruck after Keenan took the honours in the first term. Now Jazelenko works it to full forward in a scrambly manner. Merritt, no free kick, or is there? Took a long time coming. Thought it might have been there earlier. Merritt at centre half back for Essendon. Kicks high, the wind perhaps dropping a bit. Players still finding it hard to judge in the air. Sidebottom. Working it to half forward. But,
penalty free kick, Tim. Penalty free kick against Simon Madden, who slung Sidebottom to the ground after he'd kicked the ball.
So the kick relayed to half forward, taken by Burns, who finds Roberts between the flank and the pocket. But again, kicking right into the teeth of the wind, he'd be too far out to score. I don't know whether he's even going to try to. Kicks low, lobs in the pocket. Essendon defence under pressure again. Merritt. Out to Keenan, desperation hand pass, but he finds Folds, who's held the Bomber defence together. Across goal, but it's good play to Hawker. Onto Andrews. Could have given it to Carman, but kicks, looking for Watson, who overruns it. O'Day goes through strongly, didn't take the ball. Green battles for it. Still Green. He's well pressured by Essendon players, but gets a free kick for a high tackle. St Kilda crowd. Green from centre wing, and a 15-metre penalty. And it looks as if it's going to be one of those days for Phil Carman. Let's hope he can keep his cool. And shown the mark. Now Green, a hand pass to Saru. Puts him on the wrong boot, but he kicks very well to full forward. Oh, good mark, though, by Merritt. Nicely judged by the big fellow, under plenty of pressure.
Gives the ball across to Danaher. Danaher down towards the centre wing position. Oh, great mark! Oh, Jeff Cunningham, a superb mark. That was one of the great marks of the year, plus a 15-metre penalty as well. And he brings him right up into the centre-half forward position. His kick is good to centre-half forward. Punched away by Andrews. I think it's over the line. No, it's play on. Michael Roberts has got it. He gives a left foot snap, and it could be good, but it's into the goal square, and this time Andrews puts it through for a behind. 6 goals, 9, St Kilda. Essendon 4 goals, 3. And we are 21 minutes into the second quarter, 45 to 27. A lead of 3 straight goals to St Kilda.
Great desperation that time from Andrews in forcing the behind. There's the kick-off from Folds, almost reaching the centre. Green burrowing in, paddling it now to Bromberg. He'll be well pressured. Does it well though, but the kick is a bad one. Andrews spills a sitter. And umpire James will ball up at centre half forward for St Kilda. 21 minutes gone, second term. St Kilda by 3 goals. Keenan gets it down to Carman. Oh, he tried to barge through. And we'll see another ball up. Oh, stacks on the mill, literally.
Was that ever? It's the 8th ball up this quarter. Umpire James is the man. This new rule that the umpires have today, you do 1/2 of the ground each. Knocked away by Carman successfully. Knocked away by Muir of Essendon. Comes out here trying to get the ball with Cunningham. Another stack of players. And the umpire once more will ball it up. Well, we've seen nothing but ball up for the last few minutes of play. And this time it's thumped away. Not a very good kick. Comes out to Michael Roberts, been a good player. Got away with it, kicks up to the forward line. Hawker is there. It'll bounce through for another behind. This time to St Kilda to take them to 6 goals, 10, which is a total of 46 points. Essendon a 4-3, which is a total of 27 points. Once more we see Gary Foles kick it beautifully to the centre of the ground. Sidebottom was there to try to knock it away. Saru, a good player for St Kilda today, gets the ball to Robert Muir. Muir for St Kilda. Left foots it up towards centre half forward. Duper was nearly grabbed it, comes out towards McDonald. His hand pass is bad. Neil Danaher is grabbed, picked up by Cunningham. Bad handball then by Bromberg, but Jez has got it. A left foot, oh, I think he's kicked it too far. No, it bounces back. And, oh, what about this for a free kick? Oh, no, umpire. That was a deliberate punch out on the full.
Completely unnecessary also because I think it was Muir had the chance to take the ball and break away. There's the throw in. Keenan doing well again. Oh, Satori tackled high. Penalised. Penalised for holding the ball. The first tackle was a good one. Then came a later one, which was high. Carman to the wing. Watson in front. Relayed free kick. There's Muir and Bennett. Bennett wants the ball. Muir says, I'll deliver it. Watson's got it now between half-back and centre wing. Kicking to half-forward. Madden in front. Plenty of spoilers. Saru, in fact, almost marked it. Squirted out in the direction of Stoneham, but Stoneham gives away a free kick. Goes to Burns, who will find Dunn. Well, he's got the fumbles, but he had so much room, he could afford to have them. Said you can't have them for that long and hope to get away with it. Now the chance on for Sheldon for Essendon. High tackle on Hurd. No, he's penalised. Holding the ball. Perhaps for putting the head down into the tackle. Free taken by Saru.
There's the kick to the centre wing position. Another stack of players, and this time the umpire says play on. Burns has the ball sharked away from him by Danaher. Comes out to Carman. Bounces across the line. You'll find a penalty, at least a throw-in, will take place 5 or 10 metres away from the Essendon goal. We are 24 minutes gone in the second quarter, and it's 46 to 27. St Kilda hanging doggedly to their lead. Comes out here towards young, that was Sheldon. Pulled over. Comes out here towards Cunningham. Gets a long hand pass to Burns. It's too wide, I'm afraid. It'll be another throw in, but it's a long way away from the Essendon goal this time. There's an Essendon player on the ground. Throw in, we see Saru and Keenan, two contestants all day, but the ball is taken away here for Essendon by Hurd. Comes towards centre half forward. Simon Madden is there. The ball stumped away by Sidebottom. Michael Roberts is there, so is Watson. Watson is there, plays on. He's got it again. Circles, kicks it back towards the goals. Has he done it? No.
Good try by Watson. He was under a lot of pressure. Muir's going to kick in for St Kilda, straight down the centre. Saints playing with plenty of confidence. And scrambly play. Bennett tackled high and will take the free kick for Essendon. St Kilda crowd not too happy. Kick from Bennett to full forward. Carman in front. Almost. Sheldon now. Back towards Carman. Couldn't break away from Sidebottom. Watson. Inboard. Madden. But a free kick. Something's happened behind the play. Sidebottom is down, holding his head. Carman. Oh! Carman, you're in trouble. Oh, dear me. What have you done? Carman's had his number taken, and I would suggest that's a very serious offence. Madden talking to Carman. I wonder if Coach Davis shouldn't take him off the field. Wait for things to settle down a bit. Sidebottom to take a free kick.
There's the kick towards the half-back flank for Essendon. The ball's taken away there by St Kilda. Coming to pick it up for Essendon is Danaher, who kicks it over the boundary line on the full. And it'll be a penalty free kick to be taken by, it looks like, Gary Colling. It's getting towards the end of the first half, and St Kilda hanging on to this lead. They lead by 3 goals, and there's the kick. Coming up to the centre wing position, but it's all Essendon. Nagel has the ball in his control. He's on the centre wing. Went to play on, changed his mind. Then he kicks it down towards centre half forward. Carman from the back of the pack. No mark. Madden is there. The umpire's paid the mark to Madden. This is Madden's 2nd mark for the game. His 4th kick for the game. And he's no more than 35 metres out, straight in front. Has already kicked a goal. He looks to me as though he's hooked that a bit. Bad miss. I say bad miss because you're kicking with the advantage of a 4-goal breeze, and when you're straight in front, it doesn't do your side's morale any good to be missing easy goals. St Kilda are 6 goals, 10 behinds, to Essendon 4 goals, 5. Over there towards Hurd again, and Hurd has the mark. Could put Essendon well into attack again. He kicks it back towards centre half forward. His kick is smothered a bit, kicked off the ground by Satori. Coming back here toward Hurd again. This time his kick is over towards the lead, and a great one-hander by Tim Watson. Put the hand up, let it hit there, and then fell it on the rebound, and this is his 3rd mark. He's had quite a number of kicks for the game. He's had 8, and has been a pretty good player. He's kicked 1 goal. He's 45 metres out, maybe only 40. The advantage of this breeze behind him, the distance won't trouble him at all. But let's see out the accuracy. I think he swung it across. He's got it. 2 goals to Tim Watson.
Approaching the 29-minute mark. St Kilda leading by 11 points. Burns for St Kilda, works it forward, but Neil Danaher marks and plays on because they want another one before half-time. Marsh with the chance, gets the bounce eventually. Duperouzal bearing down. Nicely done, Marsh, as he wheels onto the right boot. Gives Madden the chance, but there's the siren. So at half-time, St Kilda lead Essendon by 11 points. Umpire James to start the second half at Moorrabin. Keenan versus Saru in ruck. Keenan getting a hand to it, but nothing effective. Saru burrowing hard. Burns has tackled, the ball held to him. So we'll see another ball up, and we're still almost in the centre circle. Umpire Morgan. This time Madden does the ruck work and palms nicely to Stoneham, who scrambles it forward. Not for long. Green for St Kilda. Cross ground. Chance now for Cunningham. Good hand pass inboard to Barker, who's got a bandaged hand, but he's back on for St Kilda, which is good news for the Saints. Good tackle by Barker, brought Danaher down. Umpire Morgan looking into the sun there. Well, this has been the pattern for a lot of this game. It's been a fairly disappointing standard. Seen many ball-ups. 13 now. Umpire Morgan on St Kilda's right half forward flank.
Once more, Keenan and Saru, no decisive knockdown. Bromberger's there and he's received a free kick. No, it's going to go the other way. It's going to go to, well, there's 3 Essendon players. It looks to me as though it's going to go to Danaher. Yes, Danaher has it, gives a hand pass across to the teammate in the person of Gary Foles. He kicks it right up towards centre forward. Carman has marked it beautifully. He plays on. He's caught with it. Play on, says the umpire, out to Burns. A hand pass across here to Stone. Stone runs around his opponent. Steadies, drives it right down towards the full forward position, over the head, and it's a goal to St Kilda. No, it's not. Good call.
I would have done the same thing. I think it looked perilously close.
Might have been touched. I still think it bounced through the goals.
So there wasn't a touch signal from the goal umpire.
He doesn't give it, the field umpire gives it. I'm only trying to get myself out of trouble. There's the kick out by Merritt. Kicks it wide to the flank. Keenan. Good mark for Keenan. He and Saru are having a great battle today. Honours about even. One did well in the first quarter, and that was Keenan. Saru in the second quarter. Back to Keenan. Tries to kick it off the carpet. Comes out to Bromberg. He can't get rid of it. Finally comes out here to Russell Green. Plays the ball in front of him. Gets shepherded forward. Gets his kick, but it's over the boundary line on the full. A penalty free kick. There's been quite a few of those here today. 5 there has been already, and that's not very good football, but we must allow a fair bit for this very strong breeze that is blowing.
Neil Danaher boots Essendon into attack. Oh, big leap Muir over the top of Madden. Couldn't bring down the ball though. Now the chance is there for Carman. Watson shepherds well. Carman to centre half forward. Marsh and Dunn. Well done by Jeff Dunn. In goes Hurd using plenty of weight, but Dunn overruns it. Now Colling threw it away. I think if Nagel had tackled Colling, he could have taken a free kick. He's becoming a bit heated. And it's going to be an Essendon free kick. Nagel not too happy about things, but he's got the footy. He doesn't want to lose it. Now he plays on. Couple of bounces. He can have a third. Now the defenders start to close in. Nice kick to full forward. Madden's there. Kellett. And the Saints out of trouble. Good defence by St Kilda. Now Cunningham. Oh, plays on. Roberts, he'll be under pressure, plays for the free kick. Good umpiring as it was allowed to go. Bennett puts Essendon into attack again. Taken away though by Bromberg. Up to half forward, Barker's there. Between centre wing and half forward, looks for Sidebottom, lovely pass. Beautifully done by Barker.
Great lead, and this is Sidebottom's first mark for the game. We are 4 or 5 minutes into the third quarter. St Kilda leading by 2 straight goals. There's the kick by Sidebottom, a good one, right up into the square. No mark, punch through once more by Andrews for another behind to be added to the St Kilda score to take them to 6 goals, 12, which is a total of 48. Essendon at 5-5, 35. Gary Foles playing full back, playing almost everywhere around that back line. Kicks it out to Keenan. The umpire has paid a mark or a free kick, whichever was first. Keenan has got the ball anyway. I think it's a free kick to Keenan. He's on the half-back flank. Kicks it wide to the centre wing. Simon Madden are there, but it's a mark to Jimmy O'Day. And O'Day has marked the ball for St Kilda on the centre wing.
Goes on quickly. Penetrating kick to half forward. Roberts in front. Russell Muir behind. Barker. Oh, high tackle there. Barker, a good player in the first 5 minutes of this third quarter, and he's within scoring distance with the wind at his back. 50 metres out, directly in front. Good looking kick, just offline though. Making allowance, I think, for the wind to bring it from right to left, but just a bit too much allowance made. And St Kilda 6:13.49, lead Essendon 5:5.35, just beyond the 5-minute mark of the third term. Folds drops the short one in to Stoneham. Stoneham in the back pocket towards the wing. Oh, Saru though there, completely outpointing Keenan that time. Runs on. 5th mark for Saru, who's been a fine player, but Muir marks for Essendon. Oh, risky. Played on, put himself under pressure. Stoneham backed up. Madden hasn't been able to take a mark, and O'Day completely overshadowed the Essendon skipper then. Conceded a number of centimetres. Drops the short one into Green. It was well done by the veteran St Kilda defender O'Day. Now Green, he's forward of the centre line. High kick. Sidebottom under it. Oh, lovely mark. Merritt, is it, for Essendon? No, Keenan. Well done by Keenan then. Gives it to Folds. Out wide looking for Hurd. Chance now for Hurd as Cunningham fell over. He can run. Jezelenko giving chase and showing a ton of toe. Hurd kicks beyond the wing. Robbins couldn't hold it. So a throw-in will eventuate on Essendon's left half forward flank. Great chasing then by Jezelenko when Hurd looked as if he could run for about 40 or 50 metres.
Throw in. Saru this time knocks it back. Our two St Kilda players picked up by Satori. Gives it to a player in all sorts of trouble. Shocking piece of football. Gave it to Cunningham, who's right under the hammer. Nagel trying to control the game. Play on, says the umpire, and Nagel's forced to get a kick to it. Kicks it up towards centre half forward. Knocked over the way there by Simon Madden. A chance for the ball to be picked up by Kellett for St Kilda. Down to the centre wing position. Andrews is there, couldn't quite get it. Barker, Neil Danaher gives the ball across. The umpire chips in. I think you'll find a free kick going to go to Cunningham. No doubt who that was against. As it comes out to Robert Muir, hand pass to Duperuzal. Good piece of football by Robert Muir. Duperuzal's kicked down the centre half forward. Sidebottom couldn't mark it. Comes out towards Robert Muir. A hand pass finds Hawker. Hawker gets his long kick. It's going right out to Ian Marsh. He's out there on his own. The ball favours him. Green's after him. Good piece of football, Green. But he was too late. The ball stumped away. And a little bit of fisticuffs out there between the players. And I think you'll find it's going to be a penalty free kick further upfield to be taken by Carman. Carman takes his kick to centre half forward, looking for Simon Madden. O'Day is there, thumps the wall away, picked up by Bennett. Bennett back towards the full forward position, a chance to Robbins, and Day gives a hand pass to Robbins, circles round, right foot, goal.
Margin back to 8 points. 9 minutes into the third term. Keenan trying to take it out of the air. Stoneham does it well. Works it forward. Madden ran right under the ball. He's playing without confidence as the ball's floating about in this wind. See a ball up 20 metres on Essendon's attacking side of the centre circle. Madden in ruck versus Saru, coming from the same side with the line not in evidence for a non-centre bounce. Free kick to Essendon. Leg, Donnell, quiet player so far. In fact, left the field during the second quarter. He's had only one kick, 2 kicks. This is his third. Drops the short one to Marsh. Oh, crude play by Colling, and Marsh must take a free kick. Colling going for the spoil, certainly not making contact with the football. Marsh kicking into the wind. Would be too far out to score, I think. Good-looking kick. Floating across the face. Madden's there again, but oh, that's a great mark for St Kilda. Saru again. 6th mark to Jeff Saru. And what a fine player he's been.
Oh, what a terrible kick. But Muir got him out of trouble, went to Stoneham, over to Day. Day's hand pass was interrupted a little bit. We see Williams is there, number 41. That's he getting up with the ball beside Day. There's another bounce. Centre half forward position, knocked away beautifully by Saru, taken away by Day. A good kick up the centre half forward. Mark to St Kilda in the person of Jimmy O'Day. His kick is out wide to the flank, and another mark has been taken this time by Duper-Ruzel. Plays on, drives it around to the centre wing position. Not a very good kick, but a chance for Danaher. Keeps the ball over the line, says the umpire. Throw in on the centre wing position. St Kilda only leading by 8 points. They're letting this game slip away because they've played for 10 minutes into this third quarter. They've got the breeze behind them, which isn't as much as it was in the first half. And a great mark to Michael Roberts. And a 15-metre penalty against Nagel, who's a pretty aggressive player for his size. Roberts kicks it down towards full forward. Sidebottom is there, flies, couldn't mark it. And we see Merritt get the ball. Took a long time to get rid of it. He finally does to Hawker. Hawker gets his kick, and it's over the boundary line. It'll be a throw-in. We're 10 minutes into the third quarter, and it's 6 goals, 13 behinds to St Kilda, to Essendon 6-5.
Keenan in ruck, and opposing him for St Kilda was Bromberg that time. Ball taken over the boundary line for another throw-in. Almost 12 minutes gone in the third term. Bromberg against Keenan in the ruck. Keenan will take a free kick. His much shorter opponent interfered with him. Gives it to Marsh. Kick to the centre line. 2 Essendon players running with the flight of it. Almost marked by Donnell. Hawker to Carman, who tries to fist it on. Couldn't do so. Stoneham knocks it on. Now Carman with the chance. He's handball happy this season, Carman, to Nagel. Now Saru, though, as that hand pass backfired. Saru runs with it. One of St Kilda's best, the big fellow. Now Bromberg. Andrews fighting on well, though. Jezelenko hasn't lost too much of the magic as he gives it to Bromberg. Sidebottom with the chance here, and at the back, Stone! McDonald, rather. McDonald came on as an interchange player in the second quarter. Didn't reappear immediately after half-time. Now a golden scoring opportunity. 20 metres out. Gary McDonald. Or is it Norman Gunston? Whichever one it is, he's made no mistake. St Kilda's 7th. And the Saints lead by 14 points.
Essendon have scored 6 goals from 11 scoring shots. So they need at least another 2 or 3 goals to have a say in the position of this game at the end of it. The ball comes to the ground, and we see 2 St Kilda players. Jimmy O'Day bursts through the pack, drives it down towards the forward line. Merritt in the front, gets the ball out to Danaher. He steadies, will give the ball back towards Foles. Foles back to Danaher, has a bounce, gives a hand pass across to Hurd. Hurd steadies, gets his left foot to it and drives it up to centre half forward. And a good mark has been taken by Williams at centre half back. He's a newcomer to me for St Kilda. And that was a good mark, and an intelligent kick right down towards the centre half forward position. Jezelenko gives a long hand pass to Satori. Satori drives it down to looking there for Sidebottom. Sidebottom is brushed aside, and the ball's taken away there by Essendon, but it's across the boundary line. No, it's not, says the umpire. Picked up by Satori. Straight back we see 2 players, and we see Robert Muir. On Essendon have Russell Muir. Free kick for holding the ball, taken by McDonald, who we saw kick that goal for St Kilda a couple of minutes ago. I won't say he couldn't kick this, but it'll be a great goal if he does. He's got the wind directly behind him. Plenty of distance down towards the goal square, but it's Essendon's defence. Stone caught with it. Too long, says the umpire, holding the ball.
Fine tackle by Muir. Essendon defence under a lot of pressure. Short one to Carman. Just held it long enough. So Carman at half-back for Essendon. St Kilda supporters booing. Carman kicks to the centre of the ground. Floating kick into the wind. McDonald, plenty of time, goes out wide to Colling, rather Kellett. Wobbling punt kick to half forward. Everyone going the spoil. Nagel. Give it to Carman. Elects to go the long way and do it himself. Goes long. Good kick towards Marsh. Dunn bearing down. Nice clean spoil. Now the chance on for Essendon. Donnell working it forward towards Robbins. He can go for goal. Wrong footer. Floating in. Madden trying to cover ground for it. Oh, Colling got a good bounce. Took it through for a behind. The margin 13 points after 15 minutes in the third term.
There's the kick out by Colling. Straight to the centre of the ground, over the head of the pack. Who's going to be first there? Coming through is McDonald. Tons of pace. Good play, McDonald. A long hand pass down towards Jezza, but it wasn't well delivered. It's thumped away by Hawker out towards Muir, and that's the Essendon Muir, but it's across the line. Will be thrown in. 16 minutes gone in the third quarter. 55 to 42 in favour of St Kilda, and that's only 13 points. They desperately need another couple of goals. Picked up by Bennett of Essendon, got his kick. Now we see Green get the ball, kick it towards Duperuzal. Duperuzal back to Jezza. Jezza back here towards Barker. Wasn't very well delivered, but he was under the hammer. And we'll see a ball up here without any doubt at centre half forward for St Kilda.
Saru pushing Keenan out that time. Clearly a free kick to Keenan. Saru leaning right into the back of the Bombers' ruckman. High kick from Keenan to the wing. Big pack up. Oh, that's a fine mark. Madden, is it?
Yep.
Hasn't pulled down too many today. I think this blustery wind at Moorrabin has worried him. It's his third mark. Kicks to half forward. Marsh and Dunn having a great battle here. Marsh can't break away. Oh, cleverly done by Marsh. Fine effort. Colling should mark it though, and does. Last line of defence. A couple of good saves by Colling in the last couple of minutes. Not a well-placed kick, but it might turn out all right as it beats the pack. Now the chance is on for the Bombers. Hurd onto the left boot, dropping it in towards Watson, but it's a bad kick. Robert Muir, well tackled by Robbins. And a throw in, left half forward flank for Essendon, Muir and Robbins. In fact, I might have just said Muir. Just a few gentle shenanigans. Saru and Madden. O'Day roves well. He's been a good player. Hurd, oh, courageous effort. Couldn't quite hold it. Bennett. Dunn should mark. Pressure was on there. Now Marsh can go for the open goal. And he's driven it through. Essendon 7th. The margin back to 7 points. Ian Marsh only had 3 kicks in the first half. He's had 5 in this quarter, and he's kicked Essendon's 7th goal.
Third quarter, they only trail by 7 points, and the wind is still fairly strong. Saru winning it this time, taken out of the centre by Robert. Down towards the half-forward line. Good knock there by Sidebottom. But there's plenty of Essendon players there. Kicked off the ground by Stone, off the ground now. Satori, what are you trying to do? He tried to run after on his knees. Kick off the ground would have been the effort by Satori, but he obviously wasn't in that position. There's the ball up, and see how close it is to the goal. Keenan's going to thump it through for a behind. You can back that in.
Good intelligent play from Keenan. And again, the Saints played in a draw last week. They could all count. Folds. Good long kick into the wind, which has abated. Sidebottom, a long way up the ground. He's kicked that the proverbial kilometre. Out of bounds on the fall. So an Essendon free kick to be taken by Merritt. Right beside the behind post. Back to half-back. Sidebottom's in there again. Almost took the mark. Donnell for Essendon. Handballs to nobody. Open space up on that centre wing, but follows up well. Fine effort by Donnell. Great effort. Could have had a second bounce. In towards Marsh and Dunn. Marsh again, almost. Free kick to Essendon. Is it paid? Yes. The Bombers go on quickly. Into half forward. Carman. Too far out to score. The crowd hooting again. Madden's under it. Oh, Muir stood there and shepherded. I think it might be a free kick to Madden. No, not paid. Well, I thought that was a fairly blatant shepherd by Robert Muir, but Colling takes the mark. Kicks straight to Carman. No mark. Still a chance for Essendon. Hurd to Nagel. Open space. Oh, tried to do too much. Madden after it again. Duperuzal. And Sheldon it was, but a poor kick. Dunn marks and gives it to Muir, and the Saints out of trouble.
Muir of St Kilda drives it well down over the centre. A great kick. But it's an Essendon mark in the person of Andrews between the centre and centre half back, and Essendon are looking good at the moment. They're getting on top of St Kilda even though they trail by 8 points. There's the kick by Andrews wide to the half forward flank. Watson from the back and a great mark. Plays on quickly. Drives it up towards the full forward position. Carman is there. But the ball thumped away by Bromberg, and I don't think they can keep it in. They can't. And it'll be a throw-in. And 22 minutes gone, third quarter. St Kilda 7-14. Essendon 7-6. Remembering that St Kilda are using a fairly good breeze, although I must admit it's nowhere near as strong as it was in the first part of the game. Saru out to Jimmy O'Day. Free kick to O'Day around the neck. This will get St Kilda out of trouble temporarily. He drives it on down towards the centre of the ground. On his own is Andrews. One grab, good mark. Quick hand pass across to Marsh. Essendon on the throw again. Marsh across towards Hawker. Hawker back to Marsh. Marsh a kick towards the goal square. Simon Madden is there. So is Jimmy O'Day. And it's Jimmy O'Day's for mine. Are you just doing that, Mr. Madden? You were last there. All the talking in the world won't take that mark away from Jimmy O'Day. This is Jimmy O'Day's fourth kick this quarter. There's his kick to centre half on. Is this fella burning? He's got tons of pace. He's as cheeky as a possum. This is his 15th kick for the game, and he's kicked it up to Madden, and Madden's got it this time. And it's a free kick against Essendon. It'll be taken by Big Williams. Well, I must laugh. Phil Carman got knocked over by the umpire and he thought it was a player and he put on a big act. Play on, says the umpire. Picked up there by Stoneham. Comes out to Tim Watson. Muir is there. Free kick to Muir. That's St Kilda's Muir.
He's as shrewd as they come. He played that beautifully.
15-metre penalty as well. 24 minutes gone for St Kilda. Time ticking away. Not a very well delivered kick. Two Essendon players, and Nagel again kicks it wide up towards the centre half forward, and Muir is there and will mark it for St Kilda. Hand pass, and Muir's hand passing today has been very poor. He can kick a ball a mile. Jezza couldn't hold it. Comes out the side bottom. His hand pass is not very well delivered. Plenty of Essendon players here, and we see the Muir this time of Essendon take it across the line.
Approaching the time on period in the third term. Torrid third quarter it's been. Jesaulenko pressured there. Satori. Two Bombers at home to one Saint, and it's the St Kilda players mark. Stone, what a great mark.
What a ripper.
Third mark to Stone. He's had a fairly quiet day. 7 kicks. And this is a kick of great importance to the Saints. Point blank range. It's there. St Kilda's 8th goal, and they lead by 14 points. And we're just in time on in the third quarter.
Sidebottom's been a very, very poor player. He's had 1 mark so far for the game. There's the bounce. Time on period. Goodness, Nagel again. Oh, he's a thorn in the side of St Kilda. Gets it up here, but it's going to be a penalty. Down here will be taken by, looks like young Kellett. No, it's not. It's McDonald. Penalty to McDonald. They need a goal desperately. There's his kick, and it's a good one. Right down the centre half forward. Oh, Saru! Oh, he didn't pay it. Oh, got robbed then, I would suggest. But the umpire is going to ball it up. Pretty rough.
St Kilda spectator supporters not too happy. And I can't really blame them. Barker looking for the push, didn't get it. Andrews works it out of the pack. Burns will take a free kick, not the nudge in the back. He's just forward of the centre line and can put St Kilda deep into attack. We've been playing 27 minutes into this third term. Wobbling kick falling away to the pocket. All Essendon there. Oh, they all stood there and watched. Fortunately for them, it's out of bounds. So a throw in St Kilda's right forward pocket. Saints leading by 14 points. 2.5 minutes at a time on. They could do with a goal. They could get it from Barker. And they have! Barker's second.
Beautiful piece of shepherding by Stone to allow that ball to go through without being touched. Umpire James bounces it, 27 minutes gone. Sidebottom in the ruck, gets it out to Burns. His kick is under pressure but travels a good distance. But it's Essendon down there this time in the person of Muir of Essendon. Gets his kick back to the centre wing. Picked up for St Kilda by Mr. Anonymous. Comes back here to the centre wing position, throwing the ball, says the umpire. Will be a penalty. Free kick going to go to Bromberg of St Kilda. I would say within kicking distance, but it's not going to make the distance anywhere near it. Andrews is there, so is Saru. The ball thumped away, a chance for Barker, but it's close to the line. It'll be a throw in, 5 metres away from the goals down there, to which St Kilda are kicking, and 28 minutes gone, and they desperately need another goal, Tim. See if he can get it.
Keenan in ruck. Saru coming from behind. Now Jezelenko with the chance, but Andrews is too quick for him. Out to Nagel. He's under pressure, but he's got plenty of pace. Tried to do a bit much again. Works it to the wing. Tripped behind play, and Nagel and Burns just having a bit of a scuffle. And the siren's gone, so at three-quarter time, St Kilda 9-14-68. Lead Essendon 7-6-48 by 20 points.
To have a good chance of winning this game. This is Duperouzel's 9th kick for the game. He has already kicked 2 goals. He's now kicked 3.
A rabid crowd really cheering St Kilda on. Minute and a half into the final term, the Saints by 26 points. Keenan will take a free kick. No, Saru will take it. Well, I thought Keenan was just standing his ground, but the umpire saw it differently. Kick from Saru to half forward. Duperouzel again. Neat left footer, Stone front position. Now it's Hawker, goes out wide. Essendon with the chance to break away. Neil Danaher, good smother Jezelenko. Great example there by the Saints coach. Now the chance is on for Cunningham. He can line them up. Well smothered though by Andrews. Merritt, big fellows lumbering. Gets it to Hawker. He'll be pressured. Back towards Merritt. On to Bennett. Towards the centre. Green from behind.
His third mark. Kicks it up towards the half-forward flank. Sidebottom again, couldn't hold it. Satori was there, comes out here to Colling. What's he doing away from the back line? Satori leads in the race for the ball. Being shepherded for, he gets his long hand pass out, but it's not well directed. Thumped away there by Muir. Comes out to Cunningham again. Green, I should say. Jezza couldn't pick it up. There's a chance for Essendon to get out of trouble. Carman is there. Bromberg! Goal! Bad play by Carman.
3.5 minutes into the final term. St Kilda leading by 32 points and the Moorrabin crowd going berserk. Saru gets the knock, but Nagel sharks well. Scrambles it. Bennett fumble. St Kilda work it forward through Roberts, but Danaher's there for Essendon. The Bombers down by 5 goals plus. Poor kick by Danaher. Could come off though. Knocked away by Williams. Essendon though with the chance. Donnell could sail out on the full. Oh, marked well. Just inside the line. Kellett in towards the centre, looking for Bromberg. Nagel from behind, but Bromberg with strength holds onto it. Not paid. Muir pushed in the back. Takes the free kick.
Robert Muir, centre half back for St Kilda. They're sensing victory. Kick up towards the half-forward flank. Jezza in front, tries to take the ball in front of him, but is thumped away. 2 St Kilda players here, comes out towards Russell Green. He's got time for a bounce. He will steady and drive it up towards the forward pocket. Sidebottom in front. Play on, says the umpire. Sidebottom put on an Academy Award act. The umpire said no go. It's picked up by Andrews. Driven to centre half forward. Saru, no, it's Gary Culling. Plays on. Gives a hand pass to Saru, a hand pass across here towards Kellett. He steadies, gets out of trouble momentarily. Back to Saru. They're getting a long way in no time because they've been thumping around that 10-metre mark there for about 7 or 8 hand passes and kicks. Back to Burns, back to Muir, good play. Back to Muir again, great play. Back to Green again. Out of trouble. Sorry. He's caught with it, and Essendon have too much fooling around St Kilda. You didn't kick it more than once in the last 10 touches. And this could be an Essendon score down here. Robbins has got it. He will drive it right into the goal square. It's a great kick. Carman is there. He will let it go. A goal.
It isn't Stephen Robbins dangerous around goal. He's kicked 2.
8 hand passes that work by St Kilda, and only travelled 40 metres.
Umpire Morgan. Keenan versus Saru. Keenan wins well. Donnell lost balance at the crucial moment. Big Crackers lumbers after it, but Burns is too fleet of foot to half forward. Plenty of spoilers. Roberts will swoop. Back into centre half forward. Jezelenko's there. McDonald held. No free. Back inboard. Cunningham. Almost an Essendon mark to Muir. He was manhandled and will take a free kick.
Plays on, kicks it wide. He's found Marsh. Marsh steadies, drives it down to the lead coming here from Donnell. He's got it. Plays on with a hand pass out here to Nagel. Nagel brushes his opponent aside. Essendon into attack again. Nearly a great mark by Carman, taken away by Dunn. Across here towards Colling. Colling's in trouble because there's plenty of Essendon players there, and Tim Watson gets a kick along the ground which didn't cover much distance. Colling is there. Great scramble of players finally coming out with it. Looks like Bennett. Bennett kicks it down towards the full forward for Essendon. Nearly a mark, and there's a chance for Duper-Oozle. Can't get out of trouble. Simon Madden, a hand pass across here to Watson. Watson will pick it up and snap a goal. That's his 3rd goal.
Well, this game might have lacked a bit for a couple of quarters, but it's really alive in the last quarter. Huge crowd at Moorrabin, and they're almost lifting the roofs off the grandstands. 8 minutes gone in the final term. St Kilda leading by 20 points, so it's as you were at 3/4 time. But the Bombers have pegged back those couple that St Kilda stole early. Approaching the 8.5-minute mark of the final term. Umpire Morgan. Saru takes it out of the air. He's well tackled by Stoneham. Colling, strong play, gets it to Green. Backed up by Bromberg. Long hand pass, gives the chance to Burns. Can go for a long run. Now Sidebottom versus Merritt. Sidebottom uses the body, couldn't hold it. Neil Danaher and Merritt almost muffed it. Now it's Russell Muir. The left footer into no man's land. Bouncing just on the wrong side of the boundary line for Muir, so a free kick to St Kilda will be taken by McDonald. A long way out from goal, out on that half-forward flank. But the Saints are in possession.
Waiting for the St Kilda player, McDonald. The umpire's cautioning him back nearer the boundary line. There's the kick by McDonald up towards the forward pocket, looking for and finding. Yes, he has found Cunningham. That's number 5. Guernsey throws me with him. He sends it to centre half forward. Jesus!
What a magnificent mark by the master. Absolute desperation coming from nowhere.
Standing applause all around the ground. I hope he capitalised it with a mark, with a goal. If ever a mark deserves a goal, that one does. And he missed it. What a shame. Well, still a great mark. Takes him to 11 goals 15 to 9 goals 6. That's a 3-goal advantage to St Kilda. And we're 10 minutes gone. That was Jez's 4th mark for the game, and what a ripper. There's a kick out by Gary Foles to the centre of the ground. Thumped away. Chance for Stoneham. For Essendon. Gets it down towards Tim Watson. A great player for Essendon today. And he's kicked 3 goals. Gives a hand pass straight across there to Neil Danaher. He drives it down towards the full forward position and could be a goal.
Great shepherd from Madden in the goal square. Or was it Carman?
It was a long kick by Danaher. Must have travelled 60 or 70 metres. Beautiful piece of work from Tim Watson, who took the mark and gave him the pass on the way through. Watson has kicked 3, and that's Danaher's. Well, he wouldn't kick many. He normally plays half-back flank. 10 minutes gone. Game coming alive. 2 goals the difference in favour of St Kilda. Saru knocks it down. Chance for Essendon. Donnell to Hawker. Hawker down the centre half forward. In front Robert Muir, but Watson is there charging through there with Williams. A new player for St Kilda will give a long hand pass out to McDonald. He's got the open paddock. Steadies, drives it up towards the forward pocket. Nearly a mark to Cunningham, taken away by Sidebottom. Sidebottom has his kick up towards the full forward position. Stone has the ball thumped away by Muir of Essendon. And the umpire has blown a whistle. Free kick will go to, it looks like, Gary Foles. No, it might not be. I think it's the young fellow, Sheldon. Michael Sheldon.
It is Folds, I think, Ian.
Yeah.
Right first time. Good long, typical Folds kick to the wing. Bromberg couldn't take the ball with him. Desperate stuff as Hurd tried to paddle it through the pack. Free kick to Hurd. Bombers into attack, trailing by 15 points. St Kilda marked out to Kellett. Held his ground well on the half-back line then. Cross ground to Dunn, who's got a hectare in which to move. All the time in the world here. Thinks about it, then picks out Bromberg and finds him nicely. 12.5 minutes gone in the final term. 4th mark to Morty Bromberg. In towards centre half forward. From the side, Satori, the big leaper, couldn't take the mark. Jezelenko gets it out. He's tackled high. Takes a free kick. All the old finesse still there. High into the air, giving Sidebottom the chance. He's got about 3 to beat and can't do it. Merritt dives after it. Folds. Sidebottom pressuring well. Can he shake off the tackle? No, good strong tackle by Danaher. And we'll see a throw in. Right forward pocket for St Kilda.
There's the throw in. This time we see Sidebottom doing the work, but Keenan beats him to it. Taken away by Bennett of Essendon. They're out of trouble, but they're found. Saru playing a great game at the Ruck Duels. This is his 7th mark. Kicks it across and Nagel! Gee, there's been some great marking in this game, considering the windy, blustery conditions. Nagel's off again. He's caught with it. Gets a hand pass, but he's got out of trouble because it's been picked up for them by Hurd. He's found Marsh. Essendon into attack again. Marsh plays on, has had a bounce, circles round, gives a hand pass back here towards Stone, and that wasn't good play. Then it's down towards the forward pocket. Leading in the race for the ball is Madden. He couldn't hold it. The 2 St Kilda players fell over. Call up. 40 metres out in front of the Essendon goal. They trail by, looks like 15 points. Saru knocks it down, taken away by Kellett, out towards the wing. Ball stumped away by Burns. This gives McDonald a chance. He'll give a hand pass back to Burns. He'll give it back. No, he won't. Yes, he did. Over here to McDonald. Good play. Up here towards... great mark to Cunningham. It's his 5th mark. The St Kilda wingers coming back into the game. They've been beaten all the game after this point. Jezza tries to play the ball in front of him. Succeeds in keeping it there. Throw in 15 metres away from the St Kilda goal. They lead by 15 points. 14 minutes gone, last quarter.
Sidebottom doing the ruck work for St Kilda against Keenan, who wins nicely. Might go out again. No, a free kick picked out by umpire James Bennett, the recipient. Bit indecisive. Sidebottom cribbing a bit on the mark. Bennett along that flank, but it's 2 against Carman there. Backing up is Hurd. Oh, backs his pace and does it well against McDonald. In short, finds Watson. And Watson's away. Here go the Bombers. He's backing his pace against Muir. Great pace by Watson. Towards Madden at full forward. It's a goal! No, a free kick to St Kilda. Madden's been penalised. O'Day, last line of defence. Looking for Saru. Spoil coming from Hurd, although I don't think it hit too many hands. Kept in play by Bromberg momentarily. Then over the line, so a throw in between centre wing and Essendon's left half forward flank.
Poor old Simon Madden not having the best of his arguments for the umpire today. Free kick here to go to Keenan. The duel today between Keenan and Saru has been top class. 2 great players today, and Keenan has kicked it down towards the centre half forward position. Now Madden's going to come from the back. There's a chance for Dunn to get Essendon out of trouble. Still playing the ball in front of him. Got away from his opponent. He's had a bounce. Drives it up towards the centre wing position. Burns is there, and Nagel again. The ball's taken away from him. Now we see Burns there. Umpire James will come in and ball it up. 16 minutes gone. St Kilda hanging doggedly onto this lead of 15 points. Essendon still with the use of the breeze. Keenan again, taken away by Carman. His hand pass to Andrews. Andrews steadies. Now he's had a bounce. He'll have to hurry. He's too late. Satori gives a hand pass across here to Green. Green is found.
Just come onto the ground. He just ran on about 30 seconds earlier.
Kicked it right up towards the full forward position. It's all Essendon. Nearly a chance there for Stone. Essendon are taking it across the line for a point to St Kilda, to a behind to St Kilda. That'll make St Kilda 11-16 to Essendon 10-6. I'm not too sure that scoreboard is right over there. That was the score, 11-16. Keenan, good mark.
Wobbling kick from Keenan. Carman almost in front. Followed up well. Finds Marsh. Almost. Bad bounce from Marsh. That was bad luck for the Essendon Rover. Dunn gives it to Green. Having trouble picking it up and seeks the refuge at the boundary line eventually. '82 plays 66 at the 18-minute mark of the final term. Free kick in ruck, and Saru will take it. He's had the better of the free kicking side of the ruck work. This will be his 15th kick, and another lion-hearted performance by the big number 31 for St Kilda. Tired kick to the wing. Satori from behind up high. Nagel to Muir, and now Essendon can really start to click up forward. Madden in front, Day lurking at the back. Oh, almost a mark to Kellett. Now Day with the chance, but oh, beautifully brushed aside by Dunn. And a ball up. Well done by Jeff Dunn, as I thought Day was set to swoop, and he would have had 7 metres of open goal staring him in the face. 18.5 minutes gone, 15 metres out from Essendon's goal. Madden doing the ruck work. And now the Saints can get out of trouble. Williams it was getting the long hand pass to McDonald. He goes long to Cunningham on centre wing. He's got 10 metres if he can keep it in play. In short, but I don't know who he was looking for there. Roberts was caught behind his man. Now Bennett, pressured, held, I thought. Now a throw in. Right half forward flank for St Kilda.
St Kilda hanging on to this lead. 20 minutes gone in the last quarter. Still 16 points in front. Essendon desperately need a goal. Keenan, a great trier all day, gets the ball out to Bennett. The short pass coming across to the centre position, but chipping in with Satori, but he dropped what should have been an easy mark. Comes out towards Stoneham. He gives it back here to Danaher, close to the boundary line, gets away from his opponent. That was Satori. He has driven it down towards the forward line. In front was Collin. He can't hold it. Charging through with the ball is Jimmy O'Day. Gives a hand pass across to Robert Muir. Back here to another teammate, and Saru has played a rattling game for St Kilda. Kicked to the centre of the ground. Bromberg is there, couldn't hold it. There's a chance for Nagel. He's had a bounce. He'll have to hurry. He does. Kicks it down here to a lead from Marsh, and the little fellas for Essendon are doing pretty well. Nagel, Hurd, Marsh, three of them. There's a kick across to Bennett. Over the top of has a bounce. Will drive it up towards the lead coming from the forward pocket, and he's looking for Herbert. He'll give a long hand pass, which wasn't very well directed, and it's easy for fouls. He'll kick it back to Marsh again. He's on his own. Had a bounce. Steadies. Drives it down, looking for Carman, and he's there. Great mark, Carman. Oh, the umpire says play on. Kicked across the centre of the ground. Bennett is there. Essendon into attack again. A short pass coming out to Madden. The ball's brushed away from him. Free kick to Essendon in front of goal.
Barry Day it is. 20 metres out. The angle very slight. Shouldn't miss. Can't afford to miss for the Bombers' sake. He doesn't. Essendon's 11th goal and the margin back to 10 points. At the 21-minute mark of the final term, Day's first goal. St Kilda 11-16, Essendon 11-6. Bounce from umpire Morgan at the 21.5-minute mark. Umpire James indicating that there was a square infringement. Free to Saru. Long kick. Roberts about the only player under it for St Kilda. Big fist away towards Marsh. He'll be pressured. Keenan. Now Bennett. Oh, he's well tackled by Roberts. Towards Burns. Backed up by Satori. In short towards Herbert. Merritt to spoil. Well done. Muir and Satori. And they take it over the line in St Kilda's left forward pocket.
25 metres away from the St Kilda goal. They lead by 10 points. Yet they've had 10 more scoring shots. Is those fatal errors in that first quarter going to tell on them for not kicking straight? Beautiful knock by Keenan, taken away by Stoneham. Back here towards Saru. The ball's thumped away by Carman. And we see Essendon to the agency of Andrews. Gives it to Nagel. Nagel will give a hand pass back here towards Donnell. A long hand pass to Robbins. Robbins is after it. He's great tackle by Robert Muir. Great tackle, but Essendon are back in the van again. Stoner gives it to Robbins. He lines him up and he's going to hook it.
Well, I thought the ball couldn't have been in safer hands.
Me either.
The margin 9 points. And Robbins, with that big chance to atone for the earlier mistake, failed to do it.
Jimmy O'Day kicks it out to the half-back flank. Saru couldn't quite mark the ball, but he's got it in his control. He drives it up towards the centre of the ground. He's looking for a Sidebottom, and picking the ball up was Jezza. Comes out to Hawker, and Essendon are out in the open again. We see coming in with that time Hurd. He drives to the centre of the ground. We see Marsh get it, and he's great tackle by Colling will drive up towards centre, half forward. Herbert sets himself. Couldn't mark it. Jezza's there. Will give a short pass out to a lead from Stone. It wasn't well directed from Jezza. He must be tired. Jezza's played a great coach's game today and has led the side very well.
Almost 24 minutes into the final term. 82 plays 73. Still St Kilda hanging on. Folds for Essendon. He can run with it. 2 bounces. Now the long kick. No, drops it in short. Oh, I think he must have mistaken Saru for a teammate. Saru gives it to Williams. Rams the big one into full forward. All Essendon here. Thought there could have been a collision there for a moment. Danaher, though, goes long with the hand pass to Folds. Now, what's he going to do with it this time? Long wobbling punt kick towards the wing. St Kilda mark, though. Good, strong mark by Colling. And what a fine player he's been in this critical last quarter. Drops it in short to Duper-Oozle, who hasn't got an opponent within 10 or 15 metres. The hand pass onto Roberts. The big one to full forward, but no one at home for the Saints. Merritt. 24, almost 25 minutes gone to half-back. Green the spoil from behind. Satori, well tackled. 3 Essendon players there. Donnell giving it on to Hawker. Up towards Carman, but Muir spoils well. Still Muir. He's felled and will take a free kick. And centre wing for the Saints. Meanwhile, Carman receives treatment from the trainers, or a trainer, after that very vigorous Robert Muir spoil.
9 points of difference in favour of St Kilda, and we're just about to enter the time-on period. There's the kick by Robert Muir. Jezza is there, and nearly a mark taken away by Burns. His kick is up towards the forward line, but there's nobody there. There are so many Essendon players that the St Kilda forwards are like rabble up there. There's nobody there. Hurd has got the ball for Essendon. Got a paddock to run him. Had a long run, kicks it wide to the flank, looking for Marsh. He's marked it. He'll give a hand pass across here to Donnell. Donnell has got Green on his hammer. He's going to get out of trouble. Great play by Green. Umpire will ball it up, and I give full marks to Green. He just would not give up. Half a minute of time on gone. St Kilda, can they hang on to this lead? Robert Muir again comes out here towards Hurd, gives a long hand pass to Foles. Donnell's after him. Foles gets his kick. It's wide to the centre wing. Leading in the race for the ball is Donnell, but it bounces back to Satori. He gives a hand pass out to Jezza. He'll have to pick it up. He does. Oh.
That's close. No, throw-in is the call.
The old lad there. Tell you what, that wasn't deliberately put out of bounds. I'll walk backwards to back.
Approaching the 27-minute mark, Keenan a mighty knock. It's an effective one for Essendon. But first to the ball is Burns to Satori. Well done into centre half forward. Oh, good mark though for Essendon by Hurd. Gives it to Folds, who's had many kicks. Long one to half forward. Madden jostling. At the back, Watson. Can he give it to anyone? He's well pressured. The Saints' defence has been great. Still the Bombers with a chance. Stoneham marks. He's 50 metres out. Almost directly in front. The margin is 9 points. The time, almost 27.5 minutes. Quarters of average 29. Stoneham's kick, high, long and straight. And the margin 3 points at the 27.5-minute mark of the final term. Stoneham's first goal. And I think the next goal will win it, if there is one.
Essendon have kicked 5 goals, 1 this quarter. 2 St Kilda's, 2 goals, 2. Accuracy in the name of the game. St Kilda had 27 scoring shots to 19. Essendon trailed by 3 points. 27.5 minutes gone. A great knock by Saru, but it's going to Essendon's Andrews. He tries to charge through the pack. Jezza gets it out here. Chance for Folds. His kick is smothered by Little Roberts. Michael Roberts gives it across here towards Cunningham. He drives it to Bromberg. He couldn't hold it. Cunningham again gets it to Bromberg. But he's kicked it out of bounds on the full-out field. No, it's a point. Difference is 4 points. Oh, what a game.
Well, St Kilda supporters after a draw last week must have strong hearts. Mighty kick from Folds to the centre. 28 minutes gone. Carman can't mark. Now Nagel with the chance. The racehorse for Essendon. The Bombers are still alive. Into half forward. Looking for Madden. Tries to knock to the back. Day with the chance. No free kick. A free kick's been plucked out. I think it's going St Kilda's way. It is at half-back. O'Day to take it. He's done a magnificent job on Madden. 11th kick, but that doesn't tell the full story. To the wing. Bennett up. Oh, Nagel, what a great mark by the little fellow. But the Bombers have got to move it. 29 minutes gone. Kick from Nagel. Number 24 into half forward. All St Kilda. The mark missed. The Bombers with the chance through Watson, but it's out on the floor. Now it's a behind. So the margin 3 points. Essendon 12-8. St Kilda 11-17, 29 and a half minutes. And the average in the match so far has been 29, so the siren must be seconds away. And Ian, I don't think we'll hear it with the roar from this crowd.
No, well, never mind about the St Kilda supporters. I saw this game last week which they played a draw. And there's the kick out by O'Day. Good long kick. Carman from the back. No mark. Big stack of players. The umpire will ball it up, and this will add a few more seconds to the time.
Standing ovation for Jezza and the Saints, having beaten Essendon 11-17, 83 to 12-8.